Thanks, Emily. We're getting you ready for the spring season all week long, and today we're ready to get down in the dirt, roll up our sleeves, and tackle our garden. We're joined with Linda Elson from Feng Shui Your World to discuss how the placements of your plants kind of are a little bit more important than you think. I think a lot of people, gardening experts, say you should start thinking about planting in the early signs of spring, and you're saying you should start thinking about where you're planting, what you're planting.
Absolutely. Well, Feng Shui, first of all, is the ancient Chinese art and science of placement, and it's a process to create balance and harmony in your home. And most people think about, in our Western culture, that's, you know, painting walls, moving furniture around. But really, Feng Shui evolved 3,000 years ago from ancient China, paying attention to the rhythm of nature. So we talk about elements in Feng Shui. We talk about earth and fire and metal and water and wood. In the West, we think about, you know, the blue color on our walls, but right, there is a science to it in the garden.
And when you think about where you go to relax during those sunny spring days, it's really your garden. Now, it might seem a little complicated at first, but you broke it down in a very simple way. So we're going to show a picture, and we're going to talk about that picture.
Great.
So I want to pull up that first picture. Now, to me, what I'm seeing is just sort of red, pink flowers. What is this actually talking about?
So when we talk about red, pink flowers, we think about the fire element. And the fire element is an element that we plant with in the south. And the south part of our garden, think about it, it's where the 12 noon sun is. That is the area we'd say is your fame and your reputation. So you ignite that fame, that reputation, your passion that you give out to the community with bright colored flowers, the reds, the pinks, the oranges, the purples. It could be in a spot where you would, you know, tuck in a chimenea or solar powered lighting and just, you know, light up that
So if you
spot.
want to be a little more confident, you want to have a little more chutzpah, put red flowers in the
That's
top.
right.
All right, let's pull up the next picture that we're going to be talking about, and that is these yellow flowers. What are we talking about here?
Those yellow flowers are the earth element. So we think about the earth in the southwest part of the garden or the northeast part of the garden. Southwest, we think about, you know, love and partnership. Northeast, we think knowledge, education, inner wisdom. So we ground that, and we ground it. We could do like a stone crunch path or the bright yellow daffodils, or we could think black-eyed Susan. So we're thinking about sunny, bright, but we're also grounding that part of our life.
So this is interesting because you could put those yellow flowers in one position or for a different effect in another position.
That's exactly right. Yes.
All right, let's pull up the next picture to get to, and that is these beautiful white flowers.
Okay, the beautiful white flowers are metal element in Feng Shui. You know, typically we think about digging into the earth and finding the gold, the silver, the bronze, but when we translate it to color in Feng Shui, white, whether it's white daisies or the white chrysanthemums there, that would be used in the West, in the area where we'd say children and creativity is supported, or in the Northwest, where we support the male head of the household.
Now, if we don't want to use flowers, maybe we have a really neat sculpture that's made out of metal. Could we just put a metal element there?
So I would love a neat metal, fun, artistic sculpture would be great in the creativity children's section, or something, you know, whimsical. Again, the idea of, you know, having fun and, you know, just think about childlike play.
All right, I want to pull up our final element, our last picture, and that is not, it's not the last, correct me, it is actually a green. These are some beautiful ivy plants.
So green ivy plants, or we think hostas, is considered wood element. We think about, you know, the green grass or the growing trees. We use this in the east. It's where the morning sunshine is, and in the southeast. So east is health and family, southeast is wealth and prosperity. So greenery is greatly used
I
there.
would have green in both of those spots.
Absolutely.
Okay, so our
health and wealth, important.
So this is actually our last one, and we're talking about water right now.
Water. Water is used in the north. We think the north is our career and going with the flow. So think about, you know, Lake Erie, bringing Lake Erie into your garden. So it can be done through blue flowers like the Sinetti here, or blue hydrangeas, or adding a bird bath or a water feature.
A nice little water feature is always nice for the garden.
That's right.
Now, we did sort of rattle out a lot of information.
We did.
But when you sent over the information to our team, it was on this nice, neat little graph kind of showing you a compass, where you're going to put all of these inspirational ideas. Where can people that are really inspired by this go to find that graph?
Well, they can email me through my website, which is fengshuiyourworld.biz, and I'd be happy to send them out a copy.
Now, do you sort of make house calls for a little bit more information? Because I feel like that might actually be the best idea. Yeah, that really would. And I've already done some garden house calls with people planning things out. So I do residential consultations for both homes, gardens, and businesses as well. So you really don't have to have all these elements. You can kind of pinpoint the things in your life that you really want a little bit of help with during the spring season and sort of isolate those.
Very much so.
All right. Well, I always am so interested when you come here and sit down on the couch with us. A lot of great inspiration and great ideas.
Oh, thanks so much, Matt.